What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 45 of my Total Warhammer 3 Ikit Claw Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, in an ambush, Morphific the Vomitous has taken out Thorek, who has given us a very nice trait for this army that we will hopefully reproduce in a few other armies as yet. Morphific may move down to Agrul Migdal and continue to kill dwarfen armies here, maybe. Maybe, but we shall have to see, because it's probably not going to be nearly as important as maintaining hold over what we currently have. Thorek is also probably going to march on us in pretty big numbers. In fact, is he actually at war with anybody but us right now? He is at war with the court of Libaras, so he could potentially go this way, and oh wow, huh. He's at war with the Last Defenders. That's actually quite interesting. I think I've only ever seen him allied with that faction. Well, that should be good for us when his armies spawn. Maybe they'll actually spread out instead of all going for us. Though it remains to be seen. For those watching my Vlad campaign, you'll have noticed that the caravan of blue roses in the endgame scenario decided to sail out from here all the way like this to try to target the player, skipping by a bunch of factions that they're at war with, including a vassal of ours. So yeah, I can certainly see that still happening. Anyway, I do believe we've done pretty much everything that needed to be done last time. Throt is still stuck, unfortunately, because of that damn Skaven plague. No new heroes, at least none that need to move. Rat Mech actually can move, though. He's gonna go to Nagorond. And, oh, hello, you have the Gift of Slaanesh, so I take it that, wait, Nakari's alive? Or is this a different, no, it's Gift of Slaanesh by the Decadent Host. Okay. I thought it was from Nakari, because it seems like Nakari's gone, because I haven't seen him from the donuts, so, yeah. Alrighty, let's see what else we have here. Shab Scuttle, you're still waiting for Queek to come back, which should be next turn. Slicin'... You were here to get a Bell Polisher and join another army, and once again, I feel like we should probably swap these Bell Polishers out, rather, to other heroes, especially if you can pick another one up. So let's take that out. And do either of you have Bell Polishers? Well, actually, you guys can hold on to them, because we're going to be keeping you. So you both do. And let's give one to... Who has a hero? Who has a free Bell Polisher-less hero? Do either of you not have a Bell Polisher? You don't. So Bell Polisher for you, my friend. Where are we here? There we go. Oh, we actually have room for two. So one, and then, let me guess, you already have one? No, you don't. Lovely. Alright, well, it looks like we're getting pretty good in terms of capacity for these things now. And Bell Polishers, I mean, I also just realized that Scribe reduced recruitment cost, which means we should have been using them on both of you. In fact, if we give you a Scribe right now, we could probably re-recruit this stuff. Alright, fine. Well, we're getting a bunch of Poison Wind Globadiers or Death Globes and Mortars, and then some Catapults and some Warp Fire Throwers. Alright. Yes, I'm doing this just for the tiny decrease in the cost there. Where are the Mortars? Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. And then we were getting 2 of these and a a couple Warp Fire Throwers. Like so. Yeah, I mean, that saved us, what, 1,500 money? That's not that bad. And the same thing can be done here. Annoying as that may seem. Oh, no, it can't be done here. At least not with these guys. Because they were taking 2 turns to recruit anyway. So that can't be said, but it can with the Rattling Guns. Let's get you a Scribe as well. Who is not making good use of the Scribes? Throt has a Scribe, but he will be recruiting eventually. Chargelock will probably never recruit, but he does need the campaign movement range. Upside the Experimenter, Mutant, the other Mutant. Queek has one, well, he will be recruiting shortly. Corporal has one, Ikit has one. Shife. Who the heck is Shife? Which Shife is this? Oh, wait, that's the Plague Army. No, okay, you need to keep that Garth. Okay, I don't know who Garth is, but he doesn't need that. And yeah, that's Mutant now, and then the last one is on Plague Rolk. Okay, that's fine. And also, while you're here, you may as well have a Man-Thing Slave to increase the money that this territory generates. No, you don't need the growth here because it's already maxed out. You can have an artifact hunter though, since you're gonna fight most likely. Alrighty, well, we'll deal with items and stuff before we fight. Now, cancel you and then get you back up and running. There we go, a little bit more cash. Oh man, could have saved us like 2,000 gold or something earlier. Oh well. Oh well, you guys will now recruit. Just gotta make sure that whoever else recruits has those scribes available. Okie dokie, Now I believe we can actually end the turn. You guys have your bell polishers, and you guys are gonna stay where you are, though we do want to delete this bell farmer eventually. Is there a better one of you guys? I'm tempted to kind of delete a few of these just to get better ones on the field. I don't particularly like these, although, no. Cunning is completely wasted on the Packmasters. Sharp Claws is kind of garbage. Warpstone Hoarder's okay. It could certainly work in a few armies, but not in every army. You know what, let's see what we can build, because we do have materials at sea, so if there's anything else that we have money for... Troll Country... Wait, we're ignoring Troll Country, aren't we? What aren't we ignoring here? Ostermark, Mordheim, no. Troll Country, no. Alright, and the rest of everything is fine. So yeah, we are actually free to spend the money like that if we wanted to. Alright, let's get rid of a couple Packmasters. Let's say Cunning and out... Let's go with just one, so that we're not too wasteful. Alrighty, and what is this, by the way? A fell cargo. You wouldn't be able to fight that. Not with just 6 storm vermin. I mean, maybe you would, but they'd probably get very badly damaged, and frankly, we don't have the time for it. Alrighty, with that, we are ready to skip the rest of this. Heroes not moved, we don't care. Building upgrades available, we just checked. And lastly, what rights do we have? No Scheme of Doom yet. I will never be using that Pestilence scheme, because, frankly, it hurts, it's painful. And too bad we couldn't use the Dominating scheme. It could be really helpful for the recruitment cost reduction. I assume we don't have it up, yeah? No. 9 turns, eh? So right after the enemy armies arrive. Well, we will need the 13th scheme active for when we're fighting. Not so much for the hero actions, though there may be a reason to get a few more heroes on the field. Although if Bok the relatively harmless is anything to go by, they probably won't succeed in assaulting units. Anyway, let's end the turn. I would imagine we're going to get attacked by Volkmar. What is this? Oh, it's Fort Strogoff, which we abandoned. Yeah, that's fine. You can have it. Have yourself a plague while you're at it. Actually, no, I actually hope that that plague doesn't spread, because we don't want it, we don't want Throt getting it back. In fact, we may have to just sit Throt where he is until the plague is gone from this entire vicinity. And, oh, this guy tried to run away. Oh, poor guy. Morphific, auto-resolve him to death, please. And what the heck happened there? Oh, well, at least he's alive, but damn. Why would you send the Lord in by himself, and what? Oh. This is also happening. This guy is attacking us? Why would you attack us? Oh, I guess he does have an Ragnarok. You know what? This might actually be worth fighting cinematically. It might be fun. The enemy doesn't stand too much of a chance, but I always enjoy watching an Ragnarok fight. And there are rattling guns on our side to hose it down with bullets. Plus, I think that this will be more difficult than the AI thinks it will, with Decisive Victory, mostly because we have garbage clan rats all over the place. And frankly, clan rats, well, they're tier 1 units with 25 armor. They're not very good. They're not very good. They're just supposed to drown the enemy in numbers, and they do have stone trolls to break through them, which might make it a little bit more fun. Alrighty, let's give this a try. Even if it's a small battle, they're often quite fun. Also, do they have a caster? No, they do not. So we're fine in that regard as well. Alrighty, here we go. A little battle between these two forces. We certainly got saddled with this army full of random assortment of units and a lot of clan rats, so it does mean that we will have to be careful. The clan rats are not going to be holding the line, though we do have a single storm vermin unit right in the center to at least try to do that. Mostly I just really want to see how that Ragnarok spider stacks up against 3 units of rattling guns, focusing it down at the same time. And I suppose the same thing could also be said for the trolls here, if we can get some good shots on them. And now that troll's gonna get back up. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that the shot from the doom wheel could bring it down, but actually, look at the damage on the trolls. It was basically nothing. They got hit for less than 100 damage and they'll heal for all of that. Huh. Oh yeah, wow, 157 damage on that Doom Wheel's ranged attack. I mean, I suppose it's not supposed to be known for its ranged attack, but still, a little bit disappointing considering that's the 4-shot version as well. Anyway, looks like the trolls are going to charge us, and we're going to countercharge them with our chieftain here, allowing our Poison Wind Globadiers to hit them. And the same thing going to go here with the Doom Wheel. Countercharge and allow the ranged units to attack, and there, the Rattling Guns are going to help out at least a little bit. Fortunately, these trolls are very low HP already and are going to be wavering and running shortly. That said, the reinforcements are on the field, and we did move towards the enemy, so they will be very close to us and immediately, or nearly immediately, be able to attack us, so we do have to watch out for that. And fortunately, though, while the trolls have moved in, they are not supporting their melee infantry, who are now going to get hosed down by our warp fire throwers, and as usual get absolutely wrecked. Oh, I love warp fire throwers. But honestly, there's not a lot in the Skaven roster that you just don't love. And ooh, there's that Ragnarok, the lava Ragnarok. These things look pretty damn cool, though. It would be nice to actually have one of these units on our own team. And just for fun, just put it with like the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers with their burning swords. Too bad the orcs are gonna have to all be destroyed by us. Make a nice little Clan Vulcan sort of stack by virtue of Ragnaroks. Oh wait, how do we even get lava Ragnaroks? I've only ever seen them in WoWs. Are they recruitable? It's been ages since I've played greenskins. I gotta look into that at some point. Playing greenskins, I mean. Anyway, back to it. All 3 of our units of Rattling Guns should now be targeting the Ragnarok. It's currently at full HP, and we are at almost exactly 2 minutes, so let's see how long it takes for it to get brought down. There we go. The focus fire is in, the poison winds continue throwing, and the clan rats are now quite properly engaged with the rest of the enemy forces and holding them back and allowing our ranged units to dish out the damage. So everything is going right there at least. Also, it seems like only 2 of our Rattling Guns are firing on their Ragnarok. The 3rd one may not actually be in range. But there we go, now it's in range and it's more than sufficient. So less than 30 seconds to bring it down with that focus fire. Pretty damn nice. Pretty damn nice, and considering it looks like only 2 are firing for a while there, I think we could get it down to maybe 25 seconds or lower. And this is not Ikit's buffed up Rattling Guns, or even our generic Lord's buffed up Rattling Guns. So if we were rather to buff them up, it would probably be even stronger. Anyway, looks like we're just about to rout the rest of the remaining troops. The warp fire throwers continue doing great work into this mob of orcs. Would have been nice to get a brass orb right in here. But not a big deal. We're probably going to get some fiery splash damage on top of our own clan rats units, but who cares, they're clan rat. And there we go. I do believe that's it. The enemy army shatters, they all try to run away, and we're going to do our best to try to chase at least a few of them off. And they will, of course, return to the settlement that they attacked us from. I mean, I guess this whole thing wasn't super expected in the first place. I'm actually a little bit surprised that the AI was willing to try this. I imagine it's because it was... because this army has so many clan rats, and obviously the auto-resolve isn't going to consider clan rats to be particularly strong. Alright, well, good job to the Rattling Guns. They certainly did their jobs, and our damage is probably not all that heavy. It looks like 150 units lost, and that probably counts the summoned clan rats as well. So yeah, not too bad at all. Looks like our chieftain got a little bit beat up, and our assassins, who I actually completely forgot about here, they've been trying to chase down / kill this enemy orc war boss this entire time. Frankly, not a lot of value out of these assassins, but we're not going to be keeping them in this army. I'd rather get some more units in here, so we're going to be taking them out, and we're either going to send them off somewhere to do some damage or just delete them in the hopes of getting better ones. Anyway, I don't think we need to watch the rest of this chase, so we're just going to speed it up as the assassin and the chieftain tries to kill the enemy lord. And there we are. A nice little decisive victory and a nice battle. It's nice to see the Ragnarok go down. Nice all around. There we go, some more free food, not quite to the ultimate green, but very, very close to it. It would be nice to keep that plentiful food buff up and running while we still have the Confederation debuff from Moors. Man, it feels like from an episode's perspective, Moors was a while ago, but damn, ever since the end is nigh, we've had a lot of preparation to do. Anyway, I think that particular battle was a good microcosm or example of exactly why I want those rattling guns for orc armies when they spawn at Erengrad, etc, 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 and that was how quickly that lava Ragnarok went down, because the rattling guns are just so great at taking out those giant units, so giants and Ragnaroks, and possibly trolls as well, when we encounter the orcs. It seems a little counterintuitive because Jezzails are amazing at taking out elite infantry like black orcs and, well, frankly, pretty much anything, but it seems like the rattling guns are actually better at taking out single target units like this. I'm curious to see how they would both stack up against something like Volkmar. It was taking quite a while for the Jezzails to knock him down, but maybe the rattling guns would be just plain better at it. Also, 306 kills on this warp fire thrower unit. Look at that. That's pretty damn impressive. It did way better than everybody else. Well done, Warp Fires. I gotta love the units, and I prefer using Warp Fire Throwers to Clan Rats as melee, especially when you're playing Clan Skryre, because not only does it make sense, but it does also quite cheap oftentimes, because you're using a lot of Warlock Engineers. Anyway, I digress. Let's eat those captives, because we still have to take this territory, or maybe raise it? I mean, there may be a benefit to leaving it a ruin, but I'll think about it. You want us to join war against Hawkland? There's no real reason to do so right now. We'll probably send Metabol up there to do it at some point, but that point is not right now. We're busy. Bok, you want a military alliance? No thanks, we're gonna confederate you shortly. Clan Spittle probably wants something along the same lines, but there's really no reason to grab Spittle at the current time. Alrighty, and what do we have here? Scheif. Wait, what? Scheif doesn't need more loyalty, he's at 7 out of 10. We don't need to make him 10 out of 10, he's fine. Well, let's take the money instead. It'll put him down to 6, but with another victory he'll be fine. Refuse. So what is this? Praise and thanks from the seers on your aid. However, they still request just a small donation to aid the final quashing of the horrid rebellion. Send the donation, one final push to teach the Skaven slaves their place. This sounds like greed and treachery, there shall be no such donation. And what do you have? This is Schurft. I have absolutely no oh, this is this guy, the guy that's recruiting the Storm Vermin. You're currently at 5 loyalty. I don't think we care, we're gonna delete you soon. I mean, we're not gonna pay money for you. Screw it, refuse the request. Clan Mulder has sent rats to whisper at you again, Lord. Their experiments were failures, but if you could offer just a few more rats, they are certain of success. Now, what do we have here? Morphific has more campaign movement range, lovely. Throt has construction cost reduction, which is great, considering he's going to have to be sitting still for a while. A free Talisman of Protection, a free Scroll of Blast, though we don't care about that. Malagor, you're still alive, I see. And you're going after... oh, you're not actually at war with the dwarves. Loyalty crisis averted for Schurft, ready for duty Cyanlet and Garth and... hello. Anushk Malrata, the chieftain, to level 27. That's quite nice. Hey, and we got that requisition protective gear up and running. Good, good, good. That's nice to have. Now, what do you have, buddy? You have an executioner's axe. Oh my. Oh, that's quite nice. You are aggressive. Well, I guess you're gonna be joining Queek. I mean, we can't let a level 27 chieftain go. It's not ideal in terms of it being aggressive, but you know what? I think Queek would like an aggressive chieftain to be part of his coterie. As to whether we keep his executioner's axe, however, that is probably not going to happen. We'll probably give it to one of our lords. It's too good because of the sundering attacks. Although I do like that fact that it's a weapon strength increase, and he's got further weapon strength increase through his aggressive trait. I do feel like the sundering would be pretty good on either a doom wheel, because it's going to contact with a lot of units, or on somebody like Shife, because he's on the Screaming Bell, which is kind of a similar concept. Also, what do we have here? Oh. Well. Oh, looks like this guy's moving to retake Sudenburg or the Plain of Tuskers, eh? Okay, well, I don't think Shife can reach him. Well, I also doubt that he can take Sudenburg, but this does mean that we're probably gonna have to move Shife back. Alrighty, go here. Maybe we can tempt him into attacking us rather than trying to go for Antok. Let's do something like this. Move a little bit closer. Will Volkmar be able to reach Antok? No. Alrighty, then Shife, you can go into encamp stance, get that extra leadership and melee defense. And if this guy attacks us, possibly with another army, that'll be great. Ooh, he's got some Coatl in there. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. I haven't seen these guys a lot. Like, generally, I don't see them a lot. Now, Corpable, can you take Kasabar? I mean, you can take Kasabar, but can you take it in an auto-resolve? Because you might have to fight Volkmar next turn, and he is a toughie. Let's see. I mean, he's got another army. Also, these guys might attack us. It is a decisive victory with low likelihood of casualties. That said, we've been hit by that before. You know what, let's decide that in a second. Let me see. If these guys are at full or at half HP, they might siege us. And we could just sally out. I mean, I think we can risk it. It's basically one full stack, and Corpable's leveled since he's faced off against Volkmar the first time, and that was a much tougher battle than this is gonna be. And the thing is, these guys are programmed to attack us, so they'll be attacking Kasabar, no doubt about it. Now, let's first check this. So first of all, we have Can't Blame Their Tools, and we can get this to get the missile strength increase for Plague Claws and Warp Lightnings and Doom Wheels, which is not bad. And the same thing goes for the armor. And that said, this is all not crazy. We have 7 turns now until the end is nigh, so we need to make use of some techs that would be immediately beneficial right before then. I'm tempted to get scavenging runs for the clan rats, because we'll be using clan rats in a lot of garrisons and stuff like that, and I assume that this upgrade applies to them as well. What else would be good here? Something that isn't going to take a billion turns. I mean, we could start moving through oppressive plans just to get ensure absolute loyalty, but that's going to take, let's see, out of curiosity, 38 turns? Yeah, I don't think so. That's a little bit much, game. It's a little bit much. Scavenging runs. There's also ultimate experiments, though, which is, wait. Oh, to reach ultimate experiments, we have to go through record effective recipes, so that's another 22 turns. Yeah, you know what? I think we just go for scavenging runs, and they can't blame their tools. Since it's going to take a long time to get to plans within plans, we'll start working on that afterwards, then. Yeah. Most of the best stuff is in this portion of the tree and the Skryre portion of the tree anyway, so it's all good. Scavenging runs it is. Alrighty, Corpable. You know what? Yeah, risk it. Yes, yes. Do you want to level up? Ooh, you actually have a decent amount of level ups and oh, whoops, Ravenous Expansion. Actually, I want to see. So we're at 35,883. This will put us to what? That was 35,883. It's not that much, like a couple hundred extra gold. I mean, it's something, but it ain't much. Now, here's the question for Corpable. What do we go for next? I mean, obviously Quartermaster would be great, but you know, if we are going to be fighting relatively soon against piles and piles of dwarfs, a lightning strike might actually be the way to go. Right now, Ikit has lightning strike, so he can actually take out basically all the spawns by himself. Corpable would have a much more difficult time, but it would make it a lot easier for him if he were to fight a bunch of dwarven armies at once. That said, this would mean skipping out on upgrades for the other stuff in his army by getting, for example, engineering skill or blastmaster. Let's see, he only has the 2 warp lightning cannons, which we might just switch out for plague claws. Tempted to go blastmaster, but yeah, I think for now, let's get lightning strike for him. And quartermaster, and then we'll get renowned and feared as well, and then back through quartermaster. He's on his brood core. Yeah, I'd love to make him a stronger fighter himself, but you know, it's an eventuality. We don't have to deal with it right now. Alrighty, and then the same thing for you, Mr. Plague Priest. What do you got? Another point in scouting, potentially. We could go for Arcane Conduit for you, or we could grab Earthing, which will allow us to get Warpstone tokens. Another point in Pestilent Birth. Oh, no, you know what? We'll wait for Warpstone tokens. Let's do this so that we can get Arcane Conduit. And then we'll go Warpstone tokens next. And next level, you'll be unlocking your Plague Furnace, which, in fact, hopefully is right now. Alright, please don't hurt us too badly. Yeah, it was more than I'd like, but we'll heal up. And let us sack the place. We need to all the money that we can get right now. Recruiting and lots and lots of other stuff to do. Buildings with those materials at sea, and then we'll take Kasabar Tier 1. I hope it doesn't have a special building that we can build. Let's find out. I think it doesn't apply to... It does apply to us, damn. And it's free money and it's recruitment duration. I mean, it's not a great building, but the free money is great. Oh, it does also have black corn. Well, isn't that nice? Okay, well, we'll immediately start upgrading the nest layer, and we'll immediately start upgrading that putrid rice bog. Even so, we would have taken it at like tier 3 and it wouldn't have made much of a difference. Also, wow, what the heck? Wait. I thought we were at 80% food. Why? How did we drop down to 76? Oh, from the change in turn. Man, our settlement upkeep has grown pretty intense, hasn't it? Ugh. It's gonna be very difficult to keep green food up now. Under Empire, yeah, we need... Well, our Under Empire is not really spreading out much anymore. As much as we can, we're getting food from it. I guess we can pay for more, but right now, once again, we need to make use of the... materials at sea, so we can't pay too much for it. Yeah. Alrighty, well, let's continue the recruitment, or at least that recruitment that we can continue. So you are good. You, Sharft, are going to sail out here, and you're going to give your stuff to Mutin. Mutin, you need a bunch of stuff. So let's get you 3 Rattling Guns and 3 Giselles. For the Orcs, plus you'll have all of these Storm Vermin. And what else would be helpful for the Orcs? Now, you're going to be in a main settlement, so frankly, your regular catapults are probably not going to be all that helpful here. Yeah, definitely want to get some Death Globes in here, then. Let's get 2 more Death Globes, and then we'll have 6 Storm Vermin, which will nearly max out the army. I guess we could get another Death Globe, we could get another Giselle. 3, 3, and 3. So that we could put essentially 2 units at each gate. Yeah, I kind of like that. Another Death Globe, then. And that'll be this entire army. And then we'll immediately send it out to fight the orcs at Erengrad. Assuming, of course, that Morphific doesn't have to handle it. Morphific might come in and help out with it, if nothing else. I think the Poison Wind Mortar is fine. Hopefully this should be sufficient. We'll see. Now, let's take a look at our Warlock Engineer. Fleet-footed, garbage. Absolute garbage. And then Sharp Claws, Sharp Teeth. Kinda don't like any of you. And yeah, we'll have to wait for more Warlock Engineers. Well, if we got 3 turns until these guys are up and running, so it's gonna take a while. And wait, we're at 16 out of 20. What else were we gonna put in here? I'm trying to recall now. Oh right, I was thinking about getting more Poison Winds, but assuming we put 1 or 2 Warlock Engineers in here, we'll be at 18. Maybe we could use more Death Globes in here as well. And this army is going to have the most difficult time fighting, but once again, against the Dwarfs, it feels like more of the Poison Wind Mortars would be great. I suppose we could try to recruit a couple on Schurft, and then send them out that way. Could also steal his items. Let's keep doing what you're doing for now. Well, let's move everybody else. Alrighty, Ikit, you got places to be, my friend, and those places are down through here into the massive Fort Cal. Charge lock. You can either take Norden or allow Felman Engerson to take Norden. And where are the armies of... Oh, they're dead. Oh, that's not good. That is really not good. And the reason that that's not good is Throg is going to try to head out to Erengrad. Yeah, okay, it looks like we're not going to be able to sack it for the money that we want. I think we have no choice but to land there. We might want to even give up Norden to the scaling. I don't know whether Festus' Ague is going to be a problem for us, but it very well may be. We also need to get here in order to be able to sack it. Okay, wait. We have to figure out how to do this right. Festus is probably too hurt to kill it. Metable, stay in Talabheim for now. Bok, the relatively harmless, come up here. I want to see what's going on. We can still sack it for 35k, we just won't be able to build anything else. And since we're about to take it over, I guess we can delete this stuff here. Oh, damn, we'll be losing a Warlock lab for it. Well, nothing we could do for it. We get any oh wow, we get a decent amount of free money for destroying this. And do we want to keep the Underway Nexus here? Campaign movement range, yeah, I mean it's level 2 Nexus, so it'll only give us 1200 back. What can you do to this? Assault Garrison? If you can get here in time. Alrighty, well first of all, Charge Lock, you're gonna go to Felcargo, which is gonna force us to fight again, isn't it? And just like last time. Okay, well then we'll deal with that in a second. We got a lot of other stuff to do. Morphific will deal with you afterwards. Cyprus, you have to be dealt with right now. I want you to move through the water and up through Myrmidons, I guess. You have to get up there. And by up there, I mean all the way to Metable to give him his Warplock Jezzails. Yeah, okay, good enough. Speaking of Metable, he's moved. Throt, how many more turns, buddy? I know, 2 more turns, please. I'd love for you to be able to move. Oh, while you're here, though. That's... Wow, what? 120 for that Warp Forge. Pretty cheap. Be better if it was 0, but still, pretty good. Let's keep upgrading that stuff. Gotta love that materials at sea. Alrighty, Plague Rolk. You can take care of Drawn. I think this should be auto-resolvable. Close victory, you say. But I think we'll heal up after this, won't we? Plus, we did just delete that army. This was this army that fought. So considering we already defeated them once, I don't feel the need to fight them again, especially since they don't have the Arachnarok now. Auto-resolve. Some damage. 16 food, back up, and to 78%, we will sack it. Even though the difference isn't all that big at 1600. And I am also not 100% sure that he'll be able to reach it again. You know what, let's not risk it, just loot and occupy it, it's fine. And like so, got some free Warpstone tokens, Death Pass is now secured, which means we can go for expansion as planning. And more importantly, Carrick Drawn will allow us to recruit stuff here, so make this army a little bit better for the eventual fight with the dwarves. This army is a little bit all over the place, so I don't particularly like that, so I think we do want to recruit a few things. Now, I'm perfectly happy with the Rattling Guns and the Poison Winds here. Could use a couple more Warp Fire Throwers, I think, and then replace a few more of these guys with Storm Vermin. We'll need more elite troops to fight. Oh, you don't have Respected and Feared, but you do have Pack Leader, though. I see. Well, You're still gonna get weapons engineer, and you're still gonna get brass orb, regardless of what else you have. I'm just checking whether it's worth to keep this guy as a as a permanent lord. He has strategist, but he has a decently high level. Maybe he's worth keeping around. You know what, let's get you Death Frenzy. And Death Frenzy is pretty good when you can make use of it, and I think we can, although we have a decent amount of high-level units, so if we were to go through Rally, and we could get Warp Smart, and benefit a decent amount of units. Well, hard to say. How much mana do you have? You're pretty good in terms of mana. Yeah, so then Warp Lighting probably won't be enough. Fine, let's get to your Death Frenzy. At least one level in it. Alrighty, now as for who we want to move out, let's take out the regular clan rats with shields. Let's put in 2 more warp fire throwers. Assuming we can't be reached by anything, and that looks fine. And Storm Vermin take 1 turn to recruit, yeah? Yeah. Well, oh wow. Other than the armor, the stats on the clan rats are pretty darn decent compared to the, well, at the very least, the halberdier Storm Vermin. But I still think we probably want to replace them regardless. And I guess we will be wanting to get the one-button respec mod, rather, after all. And we can't keep clan rats here. Yeah, you know what, let's delete this Plague Monk unit as well, it's not necessary here. I do like the idea of having a couple Warp Grinders in here, maybe just the one, but just to keep the Dwarfen line back while the Warp Fire Throwers continue to work. So let's do this, and then let's get a couple Storm Vermin. We won't need the Halberdiers against the Dwarfs, although if later on this army decides to fight Imric, then we will have value in those Storm Vermin. Okay, you, Obside, you're still kind of screwed because you get that stupid plague. Can't do anything about that. I would prefer not to spread it to ourselves, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to send you out here to our allied territory, not to Berikvar directly, and then we're going to send you out to sea. And you're going to sit out there on your plague ship until you're ready to go back in and heal up and then fight. Hopefully the plagues don't spread up here. Damn plagues. Ah, but what can you do? Alrighty, charge lock. Go through this real quick. And we're gonna skip by Norden. Erengrad is too much of a key settlement, though, so we can't ignore it. And sail to the wreck. And yep, once again, auto-resolve, and somebody did comment in the previous episode that the auto-resolve does hate the Doom Wheels and the Doom Flayers? Yeah. Well, what can you do? Been saying that a lot this episode. All minor setbacks, or not even setbacks, just slight annoyances. I'm certainly thinking of getting the auto-resolve cheat mod. It's for situations like this. We've already fought the stupid battle, and there's absolutely no reason that we would need to fight it. Not that it's a big deal, mind you. Like, yeah, big deal. We waste 2 minutes an episode for, you know, like a couple of episodes here and there, but, you know, it's a principle of the thing at this point, damn it. Anyway, rant aside, let's get all of these cannons up here. This is the smiley face map as well, which is not great. In fact, let's move back a little bit. Wait, no, we need to be in range of them, don't we? No, we kind of are, and then on the other hand, we kind of aren't, depending on where they deploy. Just stand back there. Their mortars can't reach us anyway.
What?
Alright, do that, then our own mortars right there, behind them, then we got our Warlock Engineer, and then you can be out front, you can go cast some Brass Orb on them, and then you two get ready to countercharge if you need to. Hopefully you don't. And Doom Wheels on the side, start deployment, and no, you guys hide in the trees. Can you actually hide anywhere? No, yes, you can. Okay, beautiful. Start battle. And speed it up. And our units are firing. There we go. Now, perfect place for a Brass Orb would be, I guess, here. And we do have Scorch available. Not a great spell. It's frankly kind of a garbage spell, but it's better than nothing if we can get a few units to blob up. Okay, hopefully the Warp Lightnings don't kill our own stuff, though. And there we go. Keep riding around and casting stuff. And, well, at the very least, the Warp Lightning should take out that Depth Guard unit reasonably quick. They can also stop enemy units in their tracks, so make them take longer to get to us by repeatedly casting The warp lightning's on him. Okay, we don't want you to get fired on, though, so let's move... Oh, right, I forgot about the enemy artillery piece. Well, let's not have that do too much damage. Let's move around and have the Doom Wheel take care of it for us. And mortars, I think I want you to immediately target the enemy range units, so go for the hand cannon, go for the gunnery mob. Doom Wheels are coming in. And... can we use Scorch now? Ah, try it. Probably not going to do too much. That was actually okay. Alright, tie up those mortars, please. Who are they firing on, by the way? They're probably firing on our warp fire throwers, who do have a lot of armor, so they shouldn't be super vulnerable to this. Alright, and Doom Wheels coming in. Probably to get a little bit hurt, but what can you do? Alrighty, and... yeah, these guys they're not a threat. Hand cannons, you know what? Maybe tie up the hand cannons so that they don't fire. They're actually kind of threatening. And let's also make sure that you can't cast anything as you get closer. Alrighty, and the battle should be... Hey, don't fire in the poor Doom Wheel. Alright, go back there. These guys will all die to warp fire throwers. Alright, should be just about done. There we go. I'm always tempted to look away from the fight to watch the warp fire throwers work. They're just too fun. Especially against zombies. There's something about massive amounts of warp flamethrowers against piles upon piles of zombies. One of the most pleasant experiences in this game. And the battle should be done any second now. I probably could have cast another brass sword. Ooh, warp lightnings. No, don't target these units anymore. Target the enemy lord. I don't want any stray shots hitting our Doom Wheels. There we go, and oh wow, that lord died faster than the cannons once the, or not the hand cannons, once the warp lightnings decided to target him. One loss. Looks like the mortar managed to actually kill one of our warp fire throwers, or was it a mortar team? I suppose it doesn't really matter, but who dared to die? Hopefully it wasn't one of the pump rats, as in on the Doom Wheels, and I know that wouldn't actually count, but yeah. Also, I remember asking you guys to name Ikit's pump rat, and there was a bunch of name suggestions that were variations of pump something, and I did like Pumpernickel, so that's gonna be his name. You are going to, well, healing up would be pretty pointless. Let's just get the food. More food. We're back up to 79, and. So you're telling me now we have both lost cargo and materials at sea? That's amazing. Man. Charge lock. You do good work, man. I mean, you've been doing good work throughout this campaign, but damn do you do good work. I need you to land here now and take Erengrad. And the reason I'm landing here, rather than having him... Oh wait, can you go into March stance? No, it's pointless. The reason I wanted to do this, rather than directly to... hit Erengrad from the port is, once we sack it, if we land at the same time, we won't have the movement points, and I don't want, for example, Hamathane Frost to steal Erengrad from us, as it's a critical territory. And this also means that, regardless of the losses, we need to destroy this stuff, so... Goodbye to you, and the... How much will we get back for you? 1,200. I mean, it's not much, but... nonetheless. We'll keep this just for the extra campaign movement range. Although, we'd have to be in this territory to benefit from it. What else does this give us? Well, the Vanguard deployment may be helpful if we need to manually fight this. Do we need to? And it's kind of a weak garrison, probably not. Okay. I didn't even realize this was a Nurgle territory. Oh, it's barely even a Nurgle territory. Okay. I thought it was a Slaneshi territory there for a second. Now, Morphific. Let us have you... Do we just move you to Agril Migdal and take it out? I mean, I was gonna send him up to help with Cetra, and oh no, Scarby. Why are you in March stance right beside Cetra's two armies? What are you doing, man? I can see why you've never... I can see why you're weak. I feel like we backed the wrong horse here. Cetra's gonna kill him. Okay, here's what we do. We go through Agrul Migdal. This is all attrition-y, right? And we go through Agrul Migdal, but then we go out and help Skarbrand right after. Hopefully he survives. Morphific, it's on you. It's all on you, man. Rescue Scarby. Maybe Cetra won't be able to take Morgheim. I guess he'd have to take so many turns to get back to Death Gorge, so by the time we get to Death Gorge, we should be able to save it. Of course, this will mean declaring war on Cetra, which will be problematic for everybody here, but once again, what can you do about that? Alrighty, now, we're basically out of time, unfortunately. There's probably a few buildings to build, but you know what? I think we can do the buildings at the start of next episode. Hey, we have another warp fuel. While we're here...
The Doom Wheels come!
Doom Rocket, please, please give us 2. No, just the one, damn. Alrighty, well, at least we have one emergency Doom Rocket. I think before the endgame starts, or the endgame scenario at least starts, we'll get the chemical warp heads for the additional damage over time, unless we want to get Warpstone Lung, which once again does tempt me, as we now have Poison Wind Mortars in a lot of armies, and 15% reload time is basically a 15% damage upgrade. And arguably could be better, because shots that miss, and this means more shots, but anyway. Yeah, okay. I don't think anything else to do right now, so I am going to call this here, and next time we will try to advance Plague Roll Cup North to take Karazakarak, and then build it up. I'm not entirely sure what tier we should take it at. On the one hand, losing food is going to be bad, and there was going to be a bunch of dwarfs that spawn inside it. And I may even rethink this army now that I think about it. Because we can't really specialize it to fight the dwarfs. Then again, we will have 7 turns, so we could build Plague Mortars in Plague Rock's army via global recruitment. So we might still be able to hold Karazakarak in that manner. Plus, we don't really care about this army all that much. Well, I'm certainly going to give that some thought. Anyway, we're going to try to take Karazakarak. We're going to continue moving Charge Lock and hopefully take Erengrad and that lovely port that they've got for ourselves, as well as any other buildings that we can build there that I'm not entirely sure whether we can or we can't, but we shall find out. And then last but not least, it'll probably be the end of the Cult of Sigmar next episode, as Volkmar is now suffering attrition due to the loss of his last territory, so he will be attacking or sieging Kasabar. And maybe we should sit outside it just for that purpose.
Stink of command.
Is this attrition-y? It is not attrition-y. So if he's programmed to attack us... Oh wait, no, we can't do that. I think you can't do that when there's no garrison in there, because they can take it regardless of the fact that you're outside. I'm not 100% sure, but I suppose it's not going to matter all that much.
I'll ignore that.
He does have siege attackers, so maybe he won't try to siege. Anyway, we'll have to find out about that next time, so stay tuned for it. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And also this battle. And thanks for watching.